folks. My friend Lisa in Boston sent me a link to his song, and instead of waiting until tomorrow to deal with it like a normal person, I'm staying up too late and gonna give it a whirl. It's a song by Brooke Lunderville, and if you search around, you should be able to find it. It's a very sad song. The name of it is "The Wreck of the Crash of the Easthill Mining Disaster." Uh, so let's see how this goes. A minor, sad key. Let me tell you the story, as sad as it's true, of the 17 men of the Easthill mine crew. They were digging for copper, for telephone wires, when the pit shaft was blocked by a terrible fire. Escape was cut off by the flames and the ash, yet they might have been rescued but for the ship crash. Let me tell you the story, as sad as it's true, of the 48 sailors and the 17 men of the Easthill mine crew. The SS Kentucky was badly off course to have arrived in the tailing pond instead of the port. She ran aground in the smoke at the top of the mine, which also obscured the rail passenger line. Let me tell you the story, as sad as it's true, of the 94 train passengers, the 48 sailors, and the 17 men of the Easthill mine crew. Though your train's engineer may be valiant and skilled, if your train hits a steamship, you're bound to be killed. Yet this terrible wreck would have caused much less fuss if the train had avoided that yellow school bus. Let me tell you the story, as sad as it's true, of Miss Mullen's first grade class, the 94 train passengers, the 48 sailors, and the 17 men of the Easthill mine crew. This is where the song kind of takes off, so people of sensitive dispositions may wish to stop the video now. Anyway, those poor tots and their teacher were on a school visit to the Easthill Mine Safety Museum exhibit. Their passing was tragic but mercifully fast. They probably never saw the puppies caught in the blast. Let me tell you the story, as sad as it's true, of the 8 orphan puppies, Miss Mullen's first grade class, the 94 train passengers, the 48 sailors, and the 17 men of the Easthill mine crew. The dogs had been rescued that day from the pound, and those brave orphan pups to a new life were bound, to a school to be trained as guide dogs for the blind. But their truck's awful luck took them past Easthill mine, and they avoided the mine shaft and the ship and the train wrecks, and they swerved around the burning school bus, when suddenly a jet containing 50 tiny babies and the only sample of the cure for cancer crashed into them in a fiery explosion whose unlikely seismic repercussions triggered a volcanic eruption. Oh. And that was the story, as sad as it's true, of the lava-covered major urban centers of the eastern seaboard, the 50 tiny babies, the lost cure for cancer, the 8 orphan puppies, Miss Mullen's first grade class, the 94 train passengers, the 48 sailors, and the 17 men of the Easthill mine crew.